just one of the many attics in the towers. Oh, crumbs. Oh, it's dark up here. It's very dark, isn't it? Oh. So you probably remember that intro from part one of the attic raid. We left it at the first couple of bags, and well, let's pick up where we left off on some of the other bags I brought down on that day. Enjoy. This magazine is folded over. It looks like I was in the middle of reading it. So it was put away. ETI March 1981. Annoying habit I used to have of folding over things completely backwards. And this is ETI. So microprocessors and audio. I was automatic frequency analysis. Well, okay. So I must have been reading about. That's probably why I stopped. But so we fold it back again. I probably will put that back as it should be. I'm not going to go through every one of these. We'll just have a quick look if there's anything interesting. And there we go. Look at that. That's what I was hoping for. Page 69. More on the H8. I hadn't actually got to that page then, had I? But there we go. Look at that. Micro Basics. Henry Budget explains the functions of various elements of the Heathkit H8 computer. So look at that. What a bit of serendipity. We'll take a look at that in detail in one of the H8 videos, I think. We'll leave it with this one at the moment. I've actually got an offline copy of this that I did find, because it is a good one, but what a great find. We'll put that with the H8, I think. I wonder if I actually got as far as reading that one. This is another October 1977. This one, that was 81, so it was quite late. But this is a Tech Tips special, Electronics Today International. So, just out of interest, what was the Microbus article in that one? Micro Basics was that was the Micro Basics one. As Electronics Tomorrow would have gone by then, unfortunately. Patrick would have died by then. Which of course, what reminded me was the Byward System 68 and Scrumpy, SCMP. So this is a very early one, before he did much about calling it Scrumpy, I think. SCMP, yeah, it's just about a new Scrumpy price. There we go, Intricate Scrumpy. There we go, £66.33. Oh, that's the intro kit. It doesn't say. Oh, 55.56. There we go. And we've got in here one-armed MPU. What's that? Microfile, Gary Evans, wandering down memory lane. I wonder what he's going to remember in 77. Digital Electronics by Experiment. System 68 CPU card. That's quite good. So it'll be nice to put with the System 68 things. So 36. What was he thinking about? 35. 3-channel tone control. 36 microfile. Gary Evans takes a look at algorithms and a video display device. Photograph the MP40 printer. There we go. And obviously advertising their specials. System 68 card is in here somewhere, I think it said, wasn't it? Must be fair. Oh, special offer, Cambridge Programmable. I've still got mine. That works great. So, ETI Spirit level. Where's the star? This is it. There we go. This will be the one-armed bandit by John Miller Kirkpatrick. There we go. I bet you he's using an SCMP in it, is he? No, 7473. One-armed bandit using conventional block diagram based around an MPU chip. He doesn't say which MPU. Oh, there we go. The address register knows about into SCMP, for example. So he did like his SCMP, John Miller Kirkpatrick. For those who haven't seen it, it's worth watching some of the Scrumpy videos. Okay, so that's a great one. What's the next one? These really jump around in years, don't they? October 1980. So 77 to 80. They really are just jumbled up, aren't they? So Micro Basics, the anatomy of a microelectronics tomorrow, from mechanics to chips. That can't have been JMJ reading that one. Who's doing it? What page is it? 92. Yeah, these were big, thick books, obviously. 91, 90. Electronics Tomorrow. Doesn't say who it's done by. Oh, Dave Raven of Metac Electronics. And the Tuscan from Trans Am. Yeah, so Sorry, no Tritons yet, guys, but we may find one. Wow. That's a Mirror Micro 87. Micro Basics. Block diagram on 8080. That's the one that's in the Triton and in the H8. Ins and outs. Pin designation on 8080. Okay, so still around that time. 8080 still, you know, Z80 had been around a while, but not still quite expensive, I think. So we got March 1979. Electronics Today again. What we got in here? Any interesting pride lamp delay, logic trigger, stage dimmer, power meter, hobby electronics preview, tech tips, microfile, news from MPU 63. Now, I mean, if you want to see some of the electronics side of this as well, give me a shout and I'll have a look through for some of the electronics circuits if anything takes your interest. So, excuse to get a robot on the pages of ETI. Couple of ladies in frame. Robot was first prize in a painting competition. Fiona McKay won the robot, which was presented by Joanna Lumley. I thought I recognised Joanna Lumley's photograph. There we go. So, living with computers, NASCOM, of course. Yeah. I assume the NASCOM will be advertised in here, Maplin being advertised in here. So, HIO, Atari video computer system, obviously the NASCOM. Pets was still about £590, not cheap, is it? HIO Superboard had come in, 249, so you'd still think about getting a NASCOM, wouldn't you? Because it was still pretty competitive, £197 plus 8% VAT. The XD Sorcerer at its silly £751. Wow. What's another one? Lots of ETIs here. February 81. Free Inside Digital Design Supplement. That's mostly the one I've taken out. Micro Basics 41. Heathkit building. So, good grief. I just can't believe that this has just turned up. Just as I'm doing some videos on the Heathkit. Isn't that mad? What page was it in? Micro Basics, page 41. There we go. And this is it. Warms his soldering iron and builds it. Now, this is the one I got a copy of, not the other one. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That is brilliant. That would make it great with a nice photograph of the CPU card and a good description of the functional block diagram of the front panel. That's quite a nice one. That's brilliant. Well, that'll go with this as well. That's a pair to stay with the H8. December 77, CCTV, chess computer. This one's got a little bit damp in the corner, been nibbled by a mouse. Yeah, it's been mouse nibbled, I think. What have we got in here? The Projects multi-option clock, freezer alarm, rev monitor, TV camera, and a System 68 interfacing and facing up to it. And microfile on 81. So, as you may know, I do want to build a System 68 CCTV camera. Fascinating. And 59. I can't believe, wow, it's quite it's literally building a camera. And then System 68 it's the TTY card, I think. System 68, yep. John Miller Kirkpatrick's System 68 TTY card. Now, this is the one I think as well was the basis for the Scrumpy 3 I/O technology as well, and I've used I believe it should be the same interfacing. So just put that with a pile, but I know I've got it. But it looks like there are a lot of ETIs here. Modular Synth, February 1980. 2M power amp, high-low filter, coin toss, tuning fork, 555. Microfile is on page 90. What we got then on page 90? What's the topic of microfile this week? News of the NASCOM 2. And the communicator for... Yeah, so that's the NASCOM 2. Petsoft as well. Electronics Today International, April 1977, 35741 circuits, and build your own mic computer with System 68 ASCII encoded keyboard. I think this is the first part of building the System 68. So I was going to have to buy these magazines, but I won't have to now. So page 25 is the data sheet for the Mostec MK50362 in the centre as well. And burglar alarm and bench supply and fuzz box on short circuits. Electronics is easy part 38. So 25 is the ASCII keyboard. There we go. That's the famous ASCII keyboard. The System 68. I'd probably just use the one we've got now because it does use a bit of an unusual chip, encoder chip, a HDO165. I've looked at it. I probably will build one day, but I'm going to get the rest of the machine running first. Okay, excellent. I'll be able to put together a complete set. Now, remember this one. Next, fans, doesn't that look like the bag is in space artwork? Just a bit. Space Invasion. So this is November 1980. 5 projects to build with our... What was it? Oh, something came free. I'm curious now. Free PCB, it says. It says free PCB. So just a little photograph there. So it was a free PCB. And the project's audio test oscillator, RIA preamp, touch buzzer, metronome, Space Invasion game, a microprocessor marvel. So 65. I wonder what microprocessor it used. Page 65 here we have Space Invasion game from ETI. Hardware designed by Paul Johnson, software by Mike Rose. Seems to be mostly discrete chips. Oh, there's a big chip in the core centre there. Starting to fall apart, yeah. So what's that's DM8678. That's the video chip used on the Scrumpy. 6502 microprocessor. So it's an interesting little project for someone if they fancy building it. Does it give a circuit? Does it give the PCB layout? No, it doesn't. Didn't think so. No. Got the circuit diagram on, so you can make it on PCB if you wanted. And what was the microfile? Micro basics about memory. Yep. Henry Bridges explains that ROM around the RAM chips. We've seen this one before. This is the December 1978 curve tracer, and obviously Computing Today number 2 was in the centre, but I suspect I probably removed it out of this one. Did I? Index to 78. I thought it was right in the centre. I probably have taken it out of this copy. I have got another copy now though with it in. It feels too thin to have it. Yes, it is. It's been removed. That's fine. I've actually got a copy of it. Computing Today issue 2. That was one of the things I did buy on eBay. Well, it comes. I have loads of ETIs. August 1980. So there'll be a little bit of a microfinal program. Foil patterns, capacitance meter, ultrasonic. Oh, maybe the foil pattern was at the back. I didn't realise that was it. 36, the final program. What's that about then? Microfile. We wish a fond farewell to Microfile. It's the last one. After a year taking off. That covers the sharp pocket. 6999 print end. New series for ETI on the fundamentals of computers intended to start next month. So that would have been in September 1980. Electronics Today International, July 1974. How close are we to the death ray laser? Wow, 10p. Bought for 10p, it was 20p. And this probably was my dad. I would have only been 9. I've very much doubt ETI music synthesizer. Techniques of digital fault finding. Electronics, it's easy. A New Approach 56. I think that's probably the very first. Is that the first issue of Electronics is Easy? So it may have been. Because I do remember having a play with it, or following the series. Electronics is Easy, that was part 6. Well, that had been a while then, so great. And we've got another folded over one now, which is Elector, 24-page supplement free. This is October 1978, so it's the TV scope. Turns a TV into an oscilloscope. SCMP £12.96, SCMP2 £10.80, 6800 £16, 8080 £7.42, which is why people were using it, of course. What we got on the contents: resonance filter, use of the Elector SCMP data bus buffer. Okay. Oh dear. So this one folded over. VHF UHF TV modulator. So that's Elector. October 1978. TV scope. Converts TV set into an oscilloscope. A data bus buffer. Elector SCMP system. Necessary to buffer the data bus. Sinclair Projects. 6 projects to enhance your magazine. December and January. Of what year? It doesn't say, but it's a ZX81 on the front. First great issue, 95p. The Maplin keyboard for the ZX81. How to solder, joystick controller, word processor latch card, Christmas lights, graphic generator, EEPROM blower. Edge connector, connections from both the ZX81 and the Spectrum, so it must have been at least 82, because it covers both of them. Plotter pad, I have one of those. Yeah, the edge connector for the Spectrum. Toolkit, EEPROM blower. It's sort of very basic electronics magazine. This would be worth a look on itself, wouldn't it? And maybe have a little play with some of the things in it. We'll have a look at that in detail perhaps one day. Here's another one, Sinclair Projects, March 83. So obviously that was 1983, that one then. So we'll have a look at those. Looks like we've got a few of those. April, May 1983, central heating, Spectrum RS232, interface aid for disabled, computer aided design. And what was on the other one? There was a printer interface, radio, teleprinter, input output port, Spectrum control console, machine code, logical operation. They'd be worth looking through as a set of 3. And the very famous Electronics Tomorrow, looking a bit battered. Wow, the special edition. Behind the scenes of Star Wars. Now, I was a big fan. I mean, this is going to be 77, 78, is it, when Star Wars came out? Winter of 77, there we go. ETI story. Again, that'll be worth looking a little bit. And the Chroma Chime. God, did I build some of those. Modify TV, new TV games project. Professional video macro computer. Oh, that's interesting. Crofton Electronics. And a big advert, of course, on the back for Scrumpy with the old bumpkin. Scrumpy 2 by now. Again, that's worth a little look as a separate. Summer of 87, Electronics Digest data issue. Special purpose ICs for music, computers, domestic, audio, radio and timing. From the publishers of Electronics Today. Okay. Volume 8 number... Really? Volume 8 number 1. I don't remember getting this magazine. Lots of data things in them. For anti-data sheets on it. And the AY 38912, that might be why. There's loads of really good data sheet on the A38912, so it could be why. I would have had it for a reason. Yeah, quite a lot. It seems to be just data sheets, really. Yeah, that's what it is, data issues. So I would have bought it for some of those things. That's quite a good guide, actually. That's an interesting one. Everyday Electronics, May 87. That's quite a late one. Op-amp limits, magazine and computer projects. Digital troubleshooting, BBC Micro, regular spot for Beeb fanatics. Spectrum sound synthesizer. What's the BBC 270? Mr. Penfold. I must have written half the magazines back then. 270. There we go. BBB. What we got in here? Time and frequency counters. Frequency meter. Electronics Today, International, April 1987. The future of computers, graphics processors. BBC MIDI interface. 15 years old. Essential index of all ETI projects from 72 to 87. That's a useful one. But it's not in here. Nope. I must have pulled it out. It'll be somewhere. Oh yeah, no it is. There we are. Project index. Again, really useful magazines. Electronics and Computing. Monthly. Free inside your robot. Spectrum on the front, tearing through, but looks at it. BBC Teletext Graphics. Oryx Atmos assessed. Universal EEPROM. Born Again Oryx. Another Electronics and Computing, the affordable portable. That's a dragon there. Implementing user-defined graphics. Sinclair QL. So a little bit of dragon there action in here. Have to take a little look. Question scale VLSI. Yeah, of course. Dragon jottings. Close look at getting put, screen memory locations, putting user-defined graphics. Electronics Computing, a bit thicker on this one. This one's December 83, the previous was April 85, so I'd also been getting that quite a lot then. By now, obviously, I was combining my enthusiasm. We're going to upgrade the Electron. Editorial, some contents. I think we'd have to make a magazine about going through some of these, only in detail. There's quite a lot to do. Oh, the Colour Microspeech review. Again, it was one of the good about getting that running on my channel. ZX Disco controller. Those ASCII keyboards, yeah. Lots of stuff in here. SAT16. Oh, what's that? Big detailed memory map or something. Memory of SAT16 systems memory. Wow, what's a SAT16 then? Satellite services. A powerful 16-bit computer, 68,000 processor. MPF1 Plus. Lowest cost Z80 single board computer. There's that stackable ZX81 set, is it? Yeah. Turn 1 RAM 64 256. Yeah. Sideways RAM board for the BBC. Goings on an Oryx. News. Hacker's Guide to Micronet. When's this? This is February 84. Hidden Depths of Spectrum Stream. MTX 500. I wish I still had that. I love the MTX 500. There we go, look at that. What a great machine. Nanotech. What use is a computer? Wow, more Electronics and Computing. BBC EEPROM programmer. Winner Trap to Las Vegas, October 83. In Praise of ZX Basic. Oryx 6522 via Sweet Talker, Cheetah Sweet Talker. Another Sinclair Projects. We'll stick that aside, like I said. Control Your Own Railway. Hey, that was a promise, wasn't it? And another one, The Complete Hardware Companion. One man is QL. David Carlin. QL Review. Robot Arm. Flexible Filing. May 87 Television. I've got a couple of issues of television. So, Electronics and Computing. Lifting lid off the Sword M5. Weather satellite decoder. Spectrum printer interface on the cover. Electronics Today again, November 81. 100 new designs to try. So November 81. Voiceover unit, music processor. Robotics Today, interesting one. No actual IT coverage specifically by then, because of course they were what we got here. Lector Electronics from May of 87. How does the human computer work? Got a bit later ones. Yeah, Lector, 68-page supplement. Oh, July, August 87. The Max system, the compact disc. Some quite interesting stuff later from the 8-bit era that we're looking at. Lector, December 1980. Xylophone, kaleidoscope, cumulative index. And these look like another television issue, 87. They probably had the chassis for TVs I actually had in there. So, electronics, the Maplin magazine. You remember the Maplin magazine? MIDI interfacing. There's a Commodore 64 on the front there with a keyboard. That must be the MIDI one. Yeah, MIDI interfacing to article size MIDI interface modules for 6502, VIC-20 and the CBM64. Keypad for the Z80 CPU. 28. When was this? May 1987. Oh, it's quite a late time to be doing a keypad. Yeah, interesting. Bit retro for 1987. Well, there we go. That's a fair haul, I think, of machinery and magazines.